Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Flowless is back. It's a hot transfer window. Football's heating up. The world's in a mess, and it's so amazing to see. And we're here to record and grade the signings that have been confirmed so far for the summer 2022 window. There's a lot happening. By the time this video comes out, I don't know, there might be another shock move that happens. But as of July 15th, halfway through the transfer window, I think the transfer window closes on September 1st, so we still have a long while to go. And it's already spiced up. There's a lot going on. So I'm joined with Raji today. We're here to grade the transfers. We have a tier list, and the tier list has 5 levels. So we have the best level is amazing signing, and then followed by good signing, average signing, a mass signing, and then like will even play sort of category. So we'll start with what probably was the biggest move so far, I believe.
Wait. Before we start, everyone, just subscribe now. We need everyone to subscribe. Yeah, we'll wait. We've seen the stats. Only 30% are subscribed.
Yeah, so we crossed 100 subs, so good.
Yes.
Good momentum, but we're a long way to go, guys. And we need your support. So yeah, drop a like, subscribe, comment, and let us know what you think about the signings and what you think of the gradings that we're going to do, and what you think of the transfer window as a whole, and what kind of videos you want to see as well. But thanks for the support. And yes, subscribe now before we start.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, so we'll start with what probably was one of the earliest and biggest transfers so far of this window. Erling Haaland for about 60 million euros, I believe, from Dortmund to Man City.
Yeah.
What do you think, Reggie, of that signing?
I mean, what a signing. I feel like Man City could have waited. They could have teased everyone, and like they dropped it too early. Like we've already accepted that he's at Man City. I feel like the hype around it didn't build up enough. But I mean,
fact.
Yeah, there's a lot has been said about Haaland already. It's been done for quite a while. So I guess we just can't wait to see him get started in the Premier League. And
I think you're right, actually. Like, I think the hype will come when he actually plays, because the hype of his transfer is just like, oh yeah, it's kind of obvious.
Yeah, like before the season finished, they said that the terms have been agreed, and so it was quite a... Like, we already accepted it. He's going to Man City.
Yeah, exactly. I definitely think it was a statement signing, one of the biggest of this transfer windows, and yeah, I think City needed a striker. Well, they didn't need it. They just didn't have one. So he fits in well. And under Pep, I'm sure he'll do amazing for all the stand that he has. So, I mean, I think with that, like, what do you think? Amazing signing? Like,
yeah, I mean, easily goes into amazing signing. 21 years of age, 60 million euros only.
Yeah, it's like a crazy valuation. I think they got him at a good price. I think the way it's broken down is weird, but I think their upfront cost is not that much. It's like 50 million pounds, which is nothing.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, so I think from Man City's point of view, it's a great signing. From Dortmund's, probably like a below average signing from their point of view.
Yeah. They could have sold him earlier, I think. A lot of fans, from what I read, they went to his agent.
Yeah.
Like, so...
Yeah, that's true. No, I think, City has big pull at this point, so it's worth it for. Awesome. All right, we'll go to the next one. So we have Gareth Bale. Early on in the transfer window, I think he's already played a game for them, or at least I saw an interview
okay.
at Los Angeles. But moved from Spain. At least was going to be one of the best players in the world, and then injury prone, all his saga at Real Madrid. Sad to see him go to the MLS, but I guess now he just wants to enjoy his life, so good for him.
Yeah, I guess he can play golf in peace there without the media coming and haggling him.
Yeah. But I think he just wants to get away from the big paparazzi that's in Europe. But yeah, what do you think of that signing?
Yeah, I guess it's just Gareth Bale. Like 5 years ago, we were all raving about him, but such time has come that he's gone to the MLS. I guess it's a mess signing. I mean, I guess it depends on how we take it. If it's for the club, it's an amazing signing.
For the club, it's amazing signing. Yeah. Also for the MLS as a whole, I think like people.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I stay in Toronto, and literally I was just already looking for tickets next year for like TFC versus LA. Like if they have a match, like I definitely want to go see. So yeah, I think definitely. And he's only like 32 years old, so still has some football left in him.
Yeah, for sure.
Considering he left like at 100 million from Spurs to Real Madrid, I think that way it's sad to see this drop. But I mean, from LA's point of view, it's a good signing. You know what? We'll put it as an average signing because I think like there's two ways to look at it. I guess from a footballer fan point of view, it's kind of like really meh. But I guess from his point of view and probably club point of view, it's a decent signing. So we're looking at average, like in the middle.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, next up. For me personally, which I think is the biggest transfer of this window, is Sterling from Man
Raheem the
City to
Dream.
Chelsea. I never saw that coming, first of all. Like, if you asked me 2 months ago, I never thought Sterling would be leaving. It makes sense, I think, with game time and
Yeah.
everything, like him benching so much, Jack Grealish in that position. Now, also with Haaland coming in, I think Foden moves on the left as well.
Yeah.
So, I guess there's more competition for that spot. But yeah, Raheem Sterling, what do you think of that signing?
I think there's like a kind of a transition going on at City with the players leaving. There's Jesus, Zinchenko, Sterling. There's rumors about Bernardo Silva leaving.
Yeah.
So there's quite a few departures. There was also rumors of Nathan Ake also leaving, although apparently he's staying now. But yeah, I mean Sterling leaving was due. I think for the past 2 seasons he's been in and out of the team. I mean you can say that for any player at City, but
Yeah, exactly.
I think he wanted more for himself, and he's only 27. And
Yeah,
I mean,
I
for
think
50 million,
it being the year of the World Cup, him being
Yeah.
him wanting to play in that position, I'm sure it's I think for Sterling personally it's a great thing.
Yeah,
of
for
course
sure.
it's hard to leave what is the best club in the world right now, I guess, but I think it makes sense from his point of view. And also for me, why I think this is a great signing, 50 million for an English star who's 27 years old, that's
Yeah.
nothing. It's literally nothing.
It's
for
peanuts.
Chelsea.
It's literally peanuts.
Like, we always talk about English tax on this channel, and it's like there's no English tax in this contract. Like, it just seems like it's just
Yeah.
a random person coming from abroad into England. So for me personally, I think it's an amazing signing. What do you think? The only reason I would argue against being an amazing signing is just that no winger has ever worked at Chelsea.
Yeah, like in recent time for sure.
Yeah, no one has really worked. Like, there was Ziyech, like everyone's flopped, and I think Pulisic under Lampard probably was the last time someone did perform a bit. But I don't know. He said that Tuchel's one of the main reasons he went there, and I mean Dembele and the like have played under Tuchel, so it'll be interesting to see. But I personally think it's an amazing signing. Otherwise, what about you?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I agree with you totally.
No.
He has to go in the amazing signing.
Awesome, perfect. All right, the next big one. Again, these were
Sadio.
transfers I never saw coming 2 months ago, if you ask me. But Sadio Mane to Bayern Munich from Liverpool, who was, in your opinion, one of the best players in the Premier League
Yeah.
over the last 5 years, and has left for Germany. Why? Just opinionated. Why do you think he left?
I think he's a player that's been like, I think he feels he's completed it at Liverpool. Like, he's achieved
Yeah.
everything he had to achieve, and he's seen like he's not willing to just do the same thing over and over. And Bayern Munich is also a good proposition, like who playing for one of the biggest clubs in the world. So I think it's like a natural parting of ways. Like, Liverpool reached this point where they have Luis Diaz,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Nunez. Like, I think it was naturally just.
I think
leading
now
up
he's
to
not
this
even a
point.
left winger anymore. He's sort of like a centre forward. So
Yeah,
it makes sense
exactly.
that they got Nunez. I think it works as a perfect triangle because now, with the rumors that currently are that Lewandowski is going to move to Barcelona. So
Yeah.
Mane then gets that spot. And in that case, then I think it's a great team to be at. And I guess he gets to conquer another country in that case. And he's
Yeah.
only 30 years old, so he still has a lot of football left in him.
I mean, he just won the African Cup of Nations, and he's still at the peak of his power. Not the peak, but he's under the peak is still not bad. Yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like this transfer window, like, okay, except to like maybe a couple of transfers here and there, like I feel like a lot of the valuations aren't that crazy. Like, he went for 32 million euros, which are not that bad.
Yeah, like they've been fair. Like, you wouldn't say it's
Yeah,
too low or
it's
too
not like
high. Yeah.
you're not seeing like 120 million for like a random.
yeah, yeah.
What do you think of that signing?
I think it goes in amazing also. Like, the stature of what he's achieved so far, it would be disrespectful to put him anywhere below.
I agree. Yeah, I think it's an amazing signing.
And with Bayern Munich, just today, we saw that Serge Gnabry has signed a contract. So they have Serge Gnabry and Koeman and Mane up front. I don't think you want to be counter-attacked by those three. So,
Yeah,
they're...
I agree. No, that's a great signing. Those are Sterling and Mane, like one of the best players on the left in the Premier League.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, interesting seeing them go. Awesome. Next up, for the United fans who finally have some business going for them, they've signed, as of today, Lisandro Martinez from Ajax. Eric Ten Hag seems like he's bringing back a lot of the Ajax boys together. Seems like he has a lot of faith in them. I think it's around 50 million euros as well for him. He's just signed. Pretty young player. He was Ajax's player of the season last year. What do you think of that signing?
Obviously, as an Arsenal fan, we were linked with Lisandro, so I looked into him I've seen his play style. I think he's a good signing. And for his maybe the valuation is too high, as we talked about valuation earlier. But I think
46 million pounds for him.
For the first one, I think he's too short to be a centre back in the Premier League.
Yeah.
But
He
United
looks like
need
a
a
wing
centre
back,
back.
if anything.
Yeah, so like I think he's a really good player, and it's a really good utility signing for Man U. But I don't think they're looking for that from him. So I don't know how it's going to work out.
Yeah, that's my only thing against the signing is like you have your Varane, Raphinha, whoever else you're playing, like Lindelof and everything. It's like where does he fit in? Sorry, Maguire. So, Varane and Maguire. Like where does he fit in? Like are they going to rotate like Champions? They don't have Champions League. Never mind. Like during with the cups or like how they're going to play. That's what for me makes him sort of in the short term not the amazing signing, but I think over the long term, as Varane sort of thinks it, then he'll be a great signing. For now, personally, I think it's a good signing.
Yeah, because there's already rumors that Varane is injured again.
Yeah, he's so injury prone.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like if I imagine Maguire and Martinez in the back line, I'm like, yes, let's go. Like, I see that's a disaster waiting to happen. I don't see. Like Martinez is a really good player, but I don't see the fit at United at the moment.
I feel you. Also, the other one thing I want to mention is like the previously most hyped Ajax defender, which was De Ligt, went to Juve. He couldn't replicate his form there.
Yeah.
Sort of. I mean, as a Man U hater, I wish the same happens. But from a footballing point of view, like I wonder if the same will happen and he'll be able to replicate like sort of that Dutch form here. So yeah, I think good signing for now, but it could become a meh signing very quick or an amazing signing as well. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
So
I feel like he has the qualities to be an amazing signing. He has
yeah, I agree.
He can bring the ball out from the back, and he's good on the ball. He's smart. Yeah, it's a good signing.
Alright, I guess talking about Man U, again one of the biggest news this season. Paul Pogba, the boy who's supposed to be the dream, be the best midfielder, 4 assists versus Leeds, was supposed to make him the best midfielder again. Yeah, what do you think? On a free transfer from United to Juve, back to where he came from. The second time they've lost him to Juve now, I think after 2012.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and first time they lost him for like, I don't know, €1 million, this time for nothing. So it's like poor business for a star boy.
Honestly. I don't know, like they sold him when they didn't want him. They bought him without a plan. Now they've let him go for free again. So yeah. I mean, from a United point of view, that's a disaster.
Yeah, it's a disaster class. And from Juve's point of view, it's an amazing signing. Like, why?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt them, and they just have to pay his wages. They signed him for free. He's still only 28.
Yeah, he's only 28, 29. I mean, as we know, he's on his day. So on his day, he's one of the best players in the.
Yeah, Serie A would suit him also. Like I think his physicality and stuff. Although he would be good in the Premier League, I think Serie A might suit him.
Yeah, hopefully he can go and shine there and be what he was when Man U signed him initially. But what do you think in terms of tier list?
I think it's a good signing. I wouldn't go as far as amazing, and I would have him below Lisandro because of his age, and I'm sure he's on high wages even though he's just joined.
For sure. I mean, I hope it becomes an amazing signing to see how he was again.
Yeah, for sure.
But there's also a chance that this could be the last of like the Pogba that we see much of. Like he could probably just be one of those players who goes to these leagues and just dies out. You don't hear much about him. You see him once in a while in the European Championship. So yeah, could go either way, but I hope it's good for him. But
I think he'll be good. I think so. Yeah, I think he'll be I think eventually he'll end up as an amazing signing. I believe Pogba. I'm one of the Pogba admirers, but yeah, for now I'll say good signing.
I just want to mention from a business point of view, Man U sold him for $1 million, bought him back for $105 million, and sold him for free. So it's just a disaster from Man U.
I think even the first time he went for free.
Yeah, it was like $1 million. Like it was just like nothing.
Yeah.
I remember it was just like nothing.
Honestly.
Point of view. Yeah. All right. I think probably one of the most expensive transfers, Darwin Nunez from was it Benfica.
Yep, I think so.
To Liverpool.
£80 million, is it?
Yeah. This one I think is yes, I think about $80 million or something like that. I think if you're to talk about the number, I think it's really expensive because I saw him that one game they played versus Liverpool. Like he played well in that game, but I think considering now all these valuations that are going around, I think it's really inflated. But that being said, I think it's a good signing. At least from Benfica's point of view, it's a good signing. Liverpool's point of view, they need a centre forward now as well. Klopp says he has him in his plans and has always wanted him, and Nunez always wanted Liverpool. So, I mean, it seems like they've done well. He's only 22. He has a long way to go. So I guess that's where the valuation's coming from. But what do you think of the signing?
I think as far as it goes for the valuation, 80 million, obviously it sounds like a lot, but I feel like it's a no-risk signing. I mean, it sounds like, obviously 80 million, it's not worked out for several players who've gone that expensive. He's only 22, only played in the Portuguese league, but Liverpool already have Jota, Luis Diaz, Firmino. He can come in and out of the team, and obviously Mo Salah is still there. So they don't really have to rely on Nunez immediately like how City have to on Haaland. So
that makes sense.
They can allow Nunez to bed in, take his time. Like, they don't really need him to immediately hit his peak.
Also, Firmino's still at Liverpool, right? Like, he's not leaving.
Yeah, he's still there. He's still there.
So they're still, I guess, that makes sense then. Like, they don't really need him.
Yeah, it's perfect time to sign him right now. And they also have the Carvalho guy who can come up front and play on the wings if they need him to. So I think that's a really smart signing from Liverpool again. And
Liverpool's too smart in the transfer window.
Yeah, I would put him in amazing, but because we haven't seen enough of him and we don't know much, I think especially for that price, I think it drops to good signing.
Yeah, I think like upper tier good signing.
Yeah, for sure. I think the striker market is really like there's only a few players going around, so it makes sense why the prices are inflated. But good signing.
Yeah, so I think that's a upper tier good signing. Has the potential of being an amazing striker over the next few years. But next up, again still in the Premier League, Yves Bisuma. I know a very in-demand player for a long time. I didn't expect him to go at such a low price to Spurs. I think it was like 25 million or so. What did you think of that transfer?
I think that's a great signing although I hate to say it for Spurs, but a year ago Bisuma was all the hype, and he's still the same player. Maybe he had some issues off pitch, which we won't discuss, but I mean, he's a great player in the midfield, and it suits what Spurs need at the moment. And he's been linked with Man United before and Arsenal before, so he's a player that people expect big things from if those are the links he's getting. So I think that's a great signing for Spurs, and at 25 million, that's a steal.
Yeah, I agree. I personally think that's one of the most smart signings of this window. Very sort of gone under the radar, but I think Spurs are doing well. They're doing some good signings. I mean, we'll come to it. There's still two more players, but I think that's an amazing signing. Like, especially for his price, I think that's nothing for a CDM. I think there's not many proven CDMs in the Premier League that are up for sale at this point. At that price point, I think it's. I don't know. I'm broken between a good and amazing signing. What do you think?
I think, as being an Arsenal fan, but I have to say it's an amazing signing, yeah.
Yeah, I think for how shrewd it is, it's definitely an amazing signing.
Yeah, like thinking about how Declan Rice is rated at 100 million, and Bisuma is obviously not that level, but he's not far off in terms of what he can do at the base of the midfield, and he enables the players around him. So I think he's a good signing.
I agree. All right, next up, moving to La Liga, we have Andreas Christiansen. Now, this transfer, he's moved from Chelsea to Barcelona. I don't understand, as a Barcelona fan, what Barcelona is doing. I don't know why anyone's buying Christiansen. He just sounds like a player who'll play from time to time in the Premier League, like sitting on the bench well. But yeah, I agree he's young. I see that he has some time in him. But apart from that, like, all the Chelsea fans were happy that he left, which shows that it's not a good thing for Barcelona. And with their current financial situation, their wage bill, he seems like a player that you don't really need. They're trying to replace, I think, Longley, who was trash as well, with someone else who's really not that good. I personally think it's a below average signing. Like, I don't understand why the signing's even happening. But I guess it's from free, but yeah. It's 26. I don't know if it's going to work in that style of play, whether it suits him. But what do you think about it?
I'm a bit more up on the signing. I agree with what you said, like how I don't know how he's gonna fit in, and he wasn't really turning it up in the Premier League, although he wasn't bad. But I think he has potential. He always had potential. I think it depends how Xavi is planning to use him. Like, is he planning to be like play out from the back?
I doubt he's first choice. I doubt he's a first choice player. I would be generally surprised if he signed him as a
first
person
choice
who wants-
centre back.
Yeah, I think it's a free transfer anyway, so I would assume it's like sort of just a utility player more than actual
Yeah.
first choice.
I think in the long run, maybe it depends if he can work his way into the team. But at the moment, I think it's an average signing. I don't hate it. I see why Barca would do it, and with their financial situation, with the free transfer. But I guess for Christiansen, it's a good signing. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, for his point of view, like why not? Like going to Barcelona, like I think that's great. Anyways, he was not like first choice at Chelsea, and they have different plans. But yeah, I guess we'll put him average signing for now. I personally think it's like a mass signing. Like I just as a Barcelona fan, like I don't know why that happened, but
yeah,
sure.
I get what you mean. I don't really hate it. Like I don't have much of an opinion on it.
Nah, I get you.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? For the sake of the tierlist, I'm going to put him in the will even play. Like I really don't want to see him play for Barcelona. I hope he's just like not going to be.
No, that's fair. That's fair
in
enough.
positions. Yeah. All right. Next up, another league, another big player, Angel Di Maria from PSG to Juve. Juve is actually building a strong team now. They have Vlahovic and Di Maria up front.
Yeah, Pogba at the
two
back.
recent transfers, Pogba. I think they're rebuilding well. But yeah, I think that was a free transfer as well, or pretty cheap if anything. I don't remember the exact valuation. But yeah, it was a free transfer from PSG to Juve. So yeah, I guess that's a average good signing, like really good player at his prime. He's 34 now. I guess that's the only problem. It's not those many years left.
Yeah.
In him, but still a really good player, and he has experience in Spain, England, what might be good international player as well. From Juve's point of view, it's a decent signing. What do you think about it?
It's okay. I mean, Di Maria is a good player. He can do a job for sure, certainly. I don't know. It's okay. I don't really have much to say about it. Like, it's meh for me. Like it's not a bad signing. It's not a good like.
I guess he just like barely gets any game time and stuff, anyways. So unless
it's a good move for him. It's a good move for him. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Let's see how they use him, because I don't know. First of all, Vlahovic was a bad buy for them. I think he doesn't fit into the system and how Allegri wants to play.
Yeah, that's true.
And he's been suffering. He's a very talented player, and let's see. It's a good thing what Allegri is doing with the rebuild, but it's also confusing, like how is
also signing a 34-year-old
fitting together.
Point, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it pans out, especially in like 2 years from now. But,
yeah, for sure.
All right, back to the Premier League. Another very shrewd signing, in my opinion, Ivan Perisic to Spurs. I think it's they want him to be a left wing back or play on the left side, but yeah, I think that was a good signing. What do you think about it, in your opinion?
Yeah, it's Perisic, Croatian international, played for Inter Milan. Like he's been to the World Cup finals. He's won the treble with Bayern Munich, I think, and
yeah,
I think that's what he brings to the team mostly. Like he's gonna bring that figurehead in the dressing room and that experience as a player. He can do a job, and Conte has played with him at left wing back at Inter when he won the league. I think so. Yeah. So
I think that sort of chemistry makes it a good signing. I think the sort of cons of it is like he's 33 years old, he's pretty old, not proven in the Premier League. But that being said, I think very canny signing from Spurs, especially because it's free.
Yeah, in my opinion, it's an average signing, high average. Low good signing. I think I wouldn't put him up there with like Lisandro Martinez or Pogba or something like that.
I agree with you.
I don't see, but I think he'll do a good job. I think he'll be really good for them. But how much does he change in terms of the quality? Let's see.
Yeah, because they also had Reguilon and everyone on the left anyway, so I don't know how much he's going to play as well.
I think Reguilon was left out of their preseason tour, so I think that's it for him.
Oh, interesting. Oh, so maybe
it might be it for him. Yeah. So.
Yeah, but good utility player, I guess, to have in your squad.
Yeah, like he'd be a good signing. I don't like. I'm not trying to. Yeah.
For sure. All right, now to the centre backs. We have
Khalid
Koulibaly from Napoli to Chelsea, which I think another statement signing, great signing from Chelsea's point of view. They're getting a really, really strong defense now. So yeah, in this week they've signed Sterling and Koulibaly. in the hunt for Kimpembe. That could be an amazing defense. What do you think about the deal?
Yeah, for sure. Koulibaly, I mean, very highly rated player. Could have moved to City a few years ago. Could have moved to Arsenal. And he's always been linked with this big move. Barcelona was in for him, I think. Bayern Munich was in for him. So yeah, Chelsea have done a great signing there with especially the price. Although he's 31 years old, so like the pricing is fair. I wouldn't say he's cheap, but yeah, I think.
I think solid defender. Him, I mean, if this Thiago Silva's last season, for this season at least, that's a solid centre-back pairing. Thiago Silva.
Yeah, for sure. Him and Thiago Silva, I think, when they can play together, I think that's insane.
Yeah. On paper, it sounds amazing. So, yeah, only £33 million for him as well. If he has like 3 or 4 years in him, that's a pretty good deal. So, yeah, no, that's a very good signing, I think. So, what do you think? Good signing, average, amazing signing?
I'm confused between amazing and good. I think I'll go with good. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I'll put him above Martinez and under Nunez. I think that's what I'll do.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Wow, there's been a lot of actually crazy transfers now that I'm looking at this list.
Yeah. It's got a few good names.
Talking about Chelsea centre-backs, we have Antonio Rudiger, who left on a free to Chelsea. So from Chelsea point of view, I feel like that's such a poor signing. Like, they didn't want to sign him back. Like, if I'm Chelsea, I'm thinking, like, he's playing so well, he fits your left centre back position so well, like he's doing everything you want him to do. Like, why would you sell him? Just sign him again. So
and the sanction thing didn't help.
Yeah. So from Chelsea point of view, I think stupid signing, but from his point of view, Real's point of view, I think it's a win. He's going to go to one of the most prestigious clubs. They need an actual centre back because their defense is just shambles. So yeah, I think it's a great signing. What do you think about it?
Yeah, for sure. I have to agree with everything you've said there. And obviously, from a Chelsea point of view, they lost their 2 main centre backs in terms of Christiansen, who was starting for them towards the end of the season, towards the start of the season. Sorry, Rudiger, and also there's rumours of Azpilicueta leaving. So with all these departures, could they have done with Rudiger staying? Yes. For Madrid on a free, I mean, yeah, great signing.
It's great for them. Yeah. So what do you think? Amazing or good?
Amazing, I think. I think it goes just above Bisuma. Yeah,
I agree with you. Yeah, especially it's for free for such like 29-year-old. Like, why not?
Yeah.
All right, sticking with Real Madrid. Pardon me if I butcher his name, but Tchouameni to Real, one of the more expensive signings of this window as well. I think it was like 80 million euros.
Something like that.
22-year-old young player. Again, talked about highly, very in demand. I think great signing. And I know they have Kroos, Casemiro, and Modric, but I know they're looking for long-term replacements for that. And I think he's definitely a player up there for that. So, personally, I think an amazing signing from Real Madrid. Yeah,
for sure. Linking up with Camavinga and Valverde, they're building the next phase of their midfield. Tchouameni, obviously, at Monaco was really good.
Even from Monaco's point of view, great business. They signed him at, I think, I was reading like 17 million and they sold him at 80 million. So, great business from their point of view as well. And just 2 years ago. So, I think good deal all around. It's a win for everyone in this case.
Yeah, I think I would put him just at the high good signing because of his price. Although it's an amazing signing, low-key. I think we'll have to wait and see how he deals. But I think he's amazing. I
guess sort of like the same like Nunez thing. Like, it's a riskless signing for now. And in the long term, like it could go either way. But
I think in this moment it's a good signing. In the long term, it's an amazing signing. Yeah.
I agree. All right, we'll just we'll skip the next one pretty short. But Steven Bergwijn went to Ajax from Spurs. I'll just put that in May signing. Move on. I think not much to discuss about him anyways.
Yeah. Good sell from Spurs. Yeah.
Yeah, good sell from Spurs. All right, 3 big Premier League names left. So the first one, which I'm sure I'll let you talk about, but Gabi Jesus from City to Arsenal. I'll let you speak about it.
I mean, I can't hold my smile in. What a signing. I mean, this is the biggest signing Arsenal have had since Alexis Sanchez. And I stand by that. I mean, what a player. Very highly rated when he first joined City. He was really good at City. Obviously, he didn't achieve his potential in terms of what they were expecting, but he still had 96 goals, top 3 all-time scorers for Man City, and all this while being in and out of the team. I mean, it's just an amazing signing. 25 years of age, 45 million only. I mean, yeah, let's go. What a
Yeah,
signing.
I agree. I think it's an amazing signing. I just want to put one more perspective, which is not an Arsenal perspective, but a City perspective, why it's an amazing signing from their perspective as well, is that they basically only spent about £6 million to sign Haaland because they sold him and bought Haaland, and it's like, that's great business from them as well. So, yeah, I think all around this is a win. He gets playing time. He gets to play in the Premier League. Arsenal needed a genuinely good striker after Oba and Lacazette. And, yeah, I think it's an amazing signing. I have no doubt against it.
Yeah, for sure. I think in the long run, I think he can achieve a lot. And like I said, he's the best signing we've had since Alexis Sanchez. So I'm expecting big things from him. And personally, I would put him above Sterling also. But I guess
Really?
that's my answer. Yeah, because I think his age, how he fits into the team,
I think with his age and stuff, I agree.
the
yeah.
price point, and his quality. I mean, he scored almost as many goals as Raheem Sterling. And he
Yeah.
was in and out of the team more than Sterling.
No, he's definitely a great
Always
signing.
played the big games, Liverpool, Madrid.
I'll put him in.
so-
I'll leave some respect for Mane and Sterling there.
yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, great signing. And I think, especially all round, it's City can cope without him now. They got business out of him. Yeah, and from a fantasy point of view, I'm excited to have him in Arsenal. So good goal scorer,
Yeah.
known for it. So that'd be exciting. Awesome. Yeah. Again, now to the North London rivals, Spurs. And it's
Another
a signing
Brazilian.
I didn't see happening. Another Brazilian, yes. Richarlison from Everton to Spurs. What did you think of that signing?
I think it's a good signing. The price point is confusing.
Yeah,
I
I think
don't
it was
see where-
£50 million from. Yeah, £50 million.
Everton. He's a good player. He's hot-headed. He's a bit of a twat. Fits right in at Spurs. So
I just wonder, like, what is the goal? Are they looking at like Kane leaving one day and him replacing him, or him just being a backup for Kane day to day? Like, that's what I don't understand about the signing as to what is his role in this team.
yeah, I think it's perfect because he can play anywhere in the front three. Not a lot on the right, but he can still fit in with the Kulusevski, and he can. I think that it's a good signing. It's a smart signing from Spurs. The price point, whatever, it doesn't really matter that much. 50 million
Yeah.
for a young player like him. And yeah, I think Spurs have to capitalize. They're never gonna get a Kane and a Spurs. I mean, Kane and a Son again. In
Yeah,
terms
that's
of their cycle, this is their cycle. This is their peak. They have Antonio Conte. They're making all the signings. The next 2 years is make or break, if
Yeah,
they want to
that's
do
right.
it. So I think it's smart for them to go for players like Bisuma, Richarlison. Like they're strengthening the squad and giving Conte what he
And they're
needs.
proven players in the Premier League as well. So,
Yeah, for sure.
Which is good.
I
Also,
think
from Everton's point of view, it's they know there was no way Richardson is going to stay forever that team. So
Yeah.
I guess they have 50 million or so now to rebuild the team. So yeah, I guess good business all around as well here.
yeah, and I think they had to sell because of financial fair play and all that. So they were in a tough spot. So he was always going to leave.
Yeah, I think that's a
I think it goes. It's a good signing.
Yeah, I think I'll put him between Koulibaly and Martinez, just because he's.
I would personally put it below Lisandro, to be honest.
I guess with the valuation and stuff, I think just the only thing that's pushing it up is just like he's proven in the Premier League. But what I would say is like I don't know how much game time he's going to get, so that's fair. Like that's I'm assuming all the others
Yeah,
are full
yeah.
starters. Awesome. All right, on to the last one. City again, like shrewd signing. Calvin
Yeah.
Phillips from Leeds to City. Again, CDM market's very tight. There's not much out there, especially at like good prices. So I forgot the transfer value. Let me confirm what it was. But
Is it like
yeah,
45
Calvin
million?
Phillips, £42 million. Yeah,
Yeah.
from Leeds to City. And yeah, he's only 26. England starter. I guess one of Southgate's main players. What do you think of that signing?
I think 26 years of age is a good. Like I don't have much to say in terms of like we know what he is, and what he brings to the team. He would fit in perfectly at Man United, who have midfield issues. They're going for De Jong. I think they should have gone for Phillips. So, but yeah, at City, I think as a backup for Rodri, and maybe he can come into the team sometimes.
Yeah, I guess
I don't know
if they plan on playing a double pivot, then they needed someone to back up for Fernandinho. He's done now almost. He's what 36,
yeah,
37.
I think
so
he's a Fernandinho replacement.
yeah, it's a perfect Fernandinho replacement. Again, England star. I think he'll slot in well. Under Pep, will only grow and be better. So there's also
Yeah, for sure.
playing devil's advocate. Like Calvin Phillips has like he was injured this season, sure, but like at England, like he has such a defensively strong team that it works in his favor. So it could also be that he's as a player overhyped. Like that could be an argument as well. But that being said, I think he's a good player still. I'm just saying
I think.
that
Sorry, what he reminds me of is like Nathan Ake to City. It's got that written all over it. I don't see him being the main man there. I don't see him being bad for them. I don't see him being like he'll be there. He'll do a good job, and yeah.
I'm curious to see what his role will be. But yeah, I don't know. For now, at least, I would say it's a good signing. I don't think it's a bad signing at all.
Yeah, for sure.
It's
For
a
sure.
win all round. I think Leeds loses in this case because now it's like I don't know how they're going to replace him. But from City and his point of view, it's a great signing.
Yeah.
Where would you put him in this list?
I think I'd put him just below Pogba, honestly. For how much he brings to City, like if City didn't buy him, would they be okay? Probably. So
Yeah,
like,
that's fair. That's true.
like in terms of the impact he'll
But-
have for the team. That's
Yeah,
and
you
obviously
wouldn't have much
guys.
impact. No, that's fair.
Yeah, like we've not ranked them in terms of abilities. No one is saying Tchouameni is worse than Bisuma or anything like that. I think
I
this
think
is
it's just like looking. There's different factors. Like it's the team that he left, with the team he's joining, and the player himself. Like
Yeah.
what's going to happen on him and the impact he'll make. So there's definitely a few factors, but yeah, from this list, it just shows that this transfer window has been crazy, and it's actually been like very good deals going around. A lot of good signings, a lot of amazing signings, players that I would not have thought moving at these times to these clubs. So yeah, will be a fun season. I think again we're only still in the early parts of the transfer window, and so much has happened. It's going to be an interesting next couple of months till September 1st. So yeah, any final thoughts, Raji, from yourself about the transfer?
Yeah, I think it's an exciting transfer window. We've already had so much happen, but there's talks of Bernardo Silva moving to Barcelona. There's Lewandowski. There's Zinchenko. There's Tielemans.
Yeah,
Still
there's
a lot to
of
go.
exciting stuff
Still a
happening.
lot to
Yeah.
go.
Follow us on Twitter. We're starting to post some content there at Flowless Sports on Twitter. We'll have some more in-depth stuff about transfers, more real-time, talking about what we rate the transfers and everything that's happening around. So follow us on Flowless Sports on Twitter, on Instagram. We'll be posting much more live, real-time updates there. And yeah, feel free to chat with us out there as well. Let us know what your thoughts are on each transfer. But yeah, exciting times ahead. And we will be more consistent as well. All the boys are back in their respective homes. We were traveling quite a bit, but everyone's back. So yeah, expect to see more content. Please, again, subscribe, like, drop a comment, let us know your thoughts. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Peace.
Bye bye. See you.